gorgeous geeks, and I'm here to bring you your Geekly news. You've heard about rebooting movies, but how about textbooks? Well, thanks to Inkling, students can have their much-needed reading material in app form on their iPad. A Blade Runner sequel is going to happen, folks, and Ridley Scott will be directing the film. But will Harrison Ford be returning to his cyborg hunting role? Probably not. Producer Andrew Kosov told the Los Angeles Times that this is a total reinvention, and in my mind, that means doing everything fresh, including casting. It looks like Jill Valentine will not be in the 5th installment of Resident Evil. But don't worry, fanboys, you will get to see another female on the screen. The character Ada Wong will be the newbie in Resident Evil Retribution. No actress has been casted yet to play her. On August 17th, Dynamite Entertainment announced that they signed a deal with Condé Nast to produce new comics based on the man with the power to cloud men's minds, and I'm talking about none other than The Shadow. Robert Downey Jr. spoke with the LA Times Hero Complex and said that bringing in Shane Black to write and direct Iron Man 3 to me is basically the only transition from Favreau to the next thing that Favreau and the audience and Marvel and I could ever actually sign off on. With a grin, he also added, the fun thing is going to be getting happy in the movie. It's been years since the Dragonball Z series ended, but it just never dies. Funimation announced that on November 8th, they will be releasing the complete Dragon Ball Z digitally remastered series again, but this time on Blu-ray. After Smallville ended, a lot of fans were left wondering what the CW will do to fill that superhero slot. Well, as it turns out, Supernatural creator Eric Kripke is taking on DC Comics' Deadman and adapting that for a brand new television series for the CW network. There have been many portrayals of Superman, and everyone has been wondering how Henry Cavil, the new Superman, will play the role. He recently told Empire magazine that the truest source of Superman is the comic books, and I want to immerse myself in those and bring out what I can bring out from that. Even though Marvel had a successful summer with movies Thor and Captain America, Disney has fired almost all of Marvel's marketing department. Many fans are not surprised. And now for our hero and villain segment. Last week I asked you guys to name the Taco Bell worker that stalked his coworker and handcuffed her in the parking lot. And my favorite name came from YouTube user Philly Superman, and the name he chose was Nutco Supreme. And now for this week's. In Newport Richey, Florida, residents of a Pasco County neighborhood say they're living in fear and frustration because of a violent neighbor who they feel has a drinking problem. They say 52-year-old Dale McDaniel has chased neighbors down with a chainsaw and even assaulted a man in a wheelchair by slapping him in the face with a fish. Neighbors say not only does McDaniel have an overgrown, trash-filled yard, but he can often be seen peeing in it. McDaniel, who has been arrested 34 times in Pasco County, says that he's not a menace and that his neighbors just don't know how to deal with him. And just like last week, go ahead and post a comment naming the man who pees in his garbage and slaps people with fishes. And I will say my favorite name on next week's segment. And now for our YouTube Spotlight. Buffy vs. Edward remix video from YouTube user Rebellious Pixels.
Hello?
And you and I are gonna go somewhere.
What?
Alone.
No.
I'll do whatever it takes. I don't have the strength to stay away from you anymore.
Well, he actually told you. He said, I love you. Well, I didn't let him get that far. Buffy, I'm really worried. These things can become pretty twisted.
Hi. Well, nobody's...
Stop trying to see me. And stop calling me.
When?
Get out.
I like watching you sleep. It's kind of
Get out or I will drop you out head first.
Oh, I just want to try one thing.
And that was our Geekly News. If you have any suggestions for our YouTube Spotlight, go ahead and tweet us on Twitter at 3gorgeousgeeks. And for more sci-fi and comic book information, go ahead and go to comicbookmovie.com. I'm